And the Iranian economy minister says foreign investment in the country is on the rise despite increasing U.S. pressure. In the name of God, the compassionate and merciful, you're watching JNN English News. Thanks for tuning in. The fiery love for Imam Hussein is warming up all the towns and cities across Islamic Iran, which has been hit by some of the worst winter storms in decades. As Ashura approaches, Imam Hussein faithfuls are massing the streets of the capital Tehran in all the four corners of Iran, attending morning ceremonies and keeping night vigils to mark the martyrdom anniversary of the Lord of Martyrs, Imam Hussein, and his 72 companions. Iran and Kuwait have signed two cooperation deals. The agreements were signed by Iranian Prime Minister Moteki and his Kuwaiti counterpart Sheikh Mohammed al-Salam al-Sabah in the first meeting of Iran-Kuwait Joint Cooperation Commission in Tehran. One of the agreements will see the two sides work together closely to boost political, economic, security, and consular cooperation. The second deal highlights double tax avoidance, which will pave the way for further promotion of economic and trade relations between Tehran and Kuwait City. And shortly after the Joint Economic Commission session, the two foreign ministers attended a joint press conference. Moteki told reporters U.S. President George W. Bush's trip to the region was in fact a green light for the Israeli regime to press on with its atrocities against the Palestinian people. He said Bush should be answerable to Palestinians for the stepped up Israeli attacks, which come hot on the heels of his meetings with the Zionist regime's officials. The top Iranian diplomat reiterated Bush is angry as his Middle East mission has ended in failure. Iran's foreign minister then said Tehran and Kuwait City won't allow any third party to strain their friendly relations. Iran and Turkey have signed a memorandum of understanding on mutual police cooperation. Under the deal, Iran's law enforcement forces and Turkey's police will join hands to fight narco and human trafficking, illegal migration, organized crime, terror gangs, and smuggling of goods. The MOU also calls on the Iranian and Turkish police to study ways of cutting down on demands for illicit drugs, encouraging addicts to kick the habit, and improving rehabilitation services. Head of the German Parliament's Foreign Policy Commission, Ruprecht Polenz, says a nuke Israel, which is not even an NPT signatory, is deplorable for the Middle East, calling for efforts to tackle Israel's nuclear development. Polenz made the remark Wednesday at a joint press conference in Tehran with head of the Iranian Parliament's National Security and Foreign Policy Commission, Alauddin Borujerdi. Turning to Iran's nuclear activities, the German officials stressed there is no doubt about the peaceful nature of Iran's nuclear program, as its atomic activities are under the IAEA's full supervision. Meantime, German Chancellor Angela Merkel separately announced that currently Berlin has no plans against Iran's nuclear activities. Merkel acknowledged that pressures have eased against Iran in the wake of the U.S. National Intelligence Estimate report confirming there is no diversion in Iran's nuclear program. And Iranian Economy Minister Davud says foreign investment in the country is on the rise despite increasing U.S. pressure. Who is in India to take part in Industries Partnership Summit 2008 in Gurgaon, added investment in Iran pays off thanks to the low price of energy, workforce, and other contributing factors. It is that foreign investment in the country is expected to rise by 9% by March 2008 over last year. 55% of the shares in Iran's telecommunications company is to be offered to the private sector. That according to head of Iran's privatization organization, Ghulam Rezai Zanganeh, who addressing an international conference in Tehran invited local and foreign investors to put their money into the stock market where the company's shares are up for grabs. Zanganeh added 51% of the corporate shares are offered in blocks and the remaining 4% in retail. You're with JNN. An Israeli regime's airstrike in the heart of Gaza City on Wednesday killed 3 Palestinian civilians, including a child. A day after a series of Israeli operations left at least 19 people killed in the Gaza Strip. Palestinian medics said another 3 people were seriously wounded when a missile slammed into a car driving through the city. Also on Wednesday, the Israeli regime's death squad killed a top commander of the Palestinian Islamic Jihad movement's military offshoot in the West Bank. In an early morning raid near the town of JNN in the northern West Bank, 40-year-old Walid Obeidi was shot dead by Israeli forces who surrounded his house in the village of Kabatia. A second Palestinian militant was arrested in the operation. The Israeli regime's forces snatched another 19 Palestinians in the northern West Bank town of Nablus. Time to check on the weather forecast. The capital Tehran is having partly cloudy skies on Wednesday. And the temperature in the capital will drop to 12 degrees Fahrenheit in the coldest hours tonight. Nationwide weather report is coming up next. Thanks for watching and have a very good time.